Hello. Today I did a little orangey red look to match my nails from I think we did pretty good being really matchy. I tried a bunch of Danessa Myricks Beauty in this video, so I let you know my thoughts on those in this video. This is a bit of a chatty one. I think it felt like it was chatty while I was filming it.
You've been warned?
Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Look at how pretty this is. It has like little gold flecks in it. I guess that means I should probably shake it. It's so pretty. I guess I should tell you what it is. This is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil Hydrating Facial Oil. I'm gonna put this on first. Oh my god, it smells incredible. It smells like roses. Next, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This has become one of my favorite primers and it's so reasonably priced and I feel like this is gonna last me forever. It reminds me of the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, but in a balm instead of like a gel, I guess? A liquid? A thick liquid? I hope that the audio and the light and everything is okay. I just moved my entire studio again. For foundation, I'm gonna try a little mix. I'm gonna use the uoma Beauty Say What foundation in the shade Fair Lady T2W. And I'm also going to put some of the Danessa Myricks Illuminating Veil in the shade Luna, and I'm gonna mix them together to try to make like a glowy foundation. I'm just gonna mix them right on the back of my hand. It's kind of like whipped up into a mousse, which is interesting. It's definitely glowy and shimmery. I'm gonna build up on this coverage. Adding a glowy product will definitely sheer out the coverage. I feel like this shade is a really good match for the rest of my body. My face is always so much paler than the rest of my body, I guess, from all the skincare. It's not my favorite mix of all time. It's a little bit too shimmery, but it's pretty. It'll do. For concealer, I'm gonna use the Stay Naked concealer from Urban Decay. 10NN. This might be too light. That's pretty light. Maybe we'll do a really bright under eye today. I mean, I guess it's not maybe because I did it. Maybe it will help me look a little bit more alive. I would use a beauty blender, but I'm truly, honestly, just too lazy to get up and wet a beauty blender. It's bright, but it doesn't look too bad. I think I usually use 30NN. I feel like that almost made me look more tired. Here's my real concealer. Let's just add a little bit of 30NN on top. I feel like that was too light to actually cover the darkness under my eyes. I hardly ever do a full coverage face anymore. These Hank and Henry brushes are so good. I'm gonna use a little bit more 10NN. A little highlight on my nose. I feel like if my under eyes were the only thing that was really bright, it would look really odd. Unless that's your thing. Still feel like you can see my dark circles, but I think it's actually just a shadow because if I look straight, it looks okay. And then as soon as I do this, it's like hollow. To contour, I'm gonna use the Danessa Myricks Light. I can't remember what it was called. It's a little cream bronzer. I'm gonna use the same brush. This looks like it's gonna be so nice. It's so creamy. Look at that. It just blends out with like no effort. It is slightly warmer than I normally would use to contour, but I do think it's a bronzer. I'm not sure it was meant to be an actual contour product. Perfect bronzer though. I can't believe how easily it blends. It has kind of a nice smell as well. I can't be the only one that smells everything. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys why I moved my studio again. So when we first started Likely Makeup, my little baby makeup brand, it was all here at home. That's where I am right now. I'm at home. And we had to pretty much clear out our living room and just fill it with stock, boxes, shipping material, which worked and it was fine. But like, it got to the point where it didn't fit anymore and I kind of just like wanted my living room back. So we got a little office space downtown and it had a front room and a back room. And the front room is all Likely Makeup, all inventory, shipping stuff, and that's where Likely Makeup runs out of. And then I was using the back room as my little filming studio, which was amazing. So cool. But there pretty much always has to be someone packing for Likely Makeup and working there. And it just didn't work for someone to be there while I was filming. You can't be quiet. And if I said, you know, I need to be here today to film, so no one can be here, that means that all of the shipping and work for the brand had to be put on hold, which isn't great. And then too, there was like constantly construction, constantly people yelling and screaming outside, and pigeons. I don't know if there's like a gang of pigeons. They sound like bad pigeons. And they were always outside the back door, which was where I would film. Just like, it literally sounded like they were fighting. Luke thought maybe it was like unclaimed territory at the back door and they were like fighting for the back door. I don't know. But I would be filming and I would hear like, it sounded like turkeys, like just wasn't working. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Cream Contour in Amber. This is like really cool toned, almost too cool tone. But I think that these blended together will be all right. Just want a little bit more definition on my cheekbone, jawline. Almost too much now. Just grabbing a smaller brush. Do a little bit of a nose contour, just going straight down the sides. And then making a little button. I think this is too cool toned for me right now. I'll have to remember that next time. I'm trying to put things away after I use them because after moving, everything is organized and I just really wanted to stay like this for more than one day. I'm also having a really hard time finding anything. I'm going to set my face now with the Milk Makeup Powder, which is like almost gone. I think of all of the powders I tried, this one has consistently been the one I go back to. I don't often have a backup for a makeup product, but I have a backup for this powder. Again, I wish I had a beauty blender for my powder. I need to get my shit together and just use a beauty blender next time. Not necessarily a beauty blender, just a makeup sponge. For the amount of concealer I have under my eyes, it didn't do a whole lot of creasing. I'm impressed. Just using a little fluffy brush and pressing that on my under eyes. I would love to be like the kind of person who doesn't use any powder and I just put on some beautiful glowy foundation and I just carry on with my day. But like, it just creases so badly, especially under my eyes. I haven't found anything that doesn't. I don't think I'm gonna powder my eyelids because I am using a cream product and I don't want it to like mix together and turn into a paste. That just got really sharp. There, look at the powder, kind of toned it all down, blended it all together. It just always works out. Moving my studio from the office was strangely so emotional for me. I think it just felt like it made me feel like I was like a professional, like this was really my job. Like, look, I have a studio, this is where I work. And I think I almost felt like I was failing bringing my studio back home. It sounds like kind of silly and very privileged for sure that I had that option and chose not to use that option. I cried a lot. It just makes more sense for me to be here. That way I can roll out of bed, do my skincare, pick an outfit. That was the other thing that always kind of bothered me is I would have to get dressed and then go to the office. And then if I did a look and I didn't like the clothes that I was wearing with it, I didn't have clothes at the office. Most of my accessories are here. It just makes more sense to work from home. And now that Luke's at the office, I am here by myself when the kids are at school. So I think I will be here more often. Normally highlighter wouldn't be my next step, but I just am so looking forward to trying this palette. This is the Danessa Myricks Light Work. Ooh. I'm gonna do a little mix. This is called Like Duh, and this is Common Sense. I just know this is gonna be incredible. Was I wrong? The answer is no. Best part. Why does that bring me so much joy? This part does too, but not like the tip of the nose highlight. I didn't wear much makeup the last week. Just moving my studio and having everything packed up and being a little bit stressed. This feels like such pick me up. This is what I love about makeup. I feel a little bit cakey, but like it still looks really nice. I don't think I'll mix the foundation and the illuminating veil again. I feel like it just was too dry for my skin. This is gonna be a chatty one. Sorry, but not. I feel so much more comfortable here. Next, I'm gonna do some brows, and I'm going to use the Beauty Care Naturals The Brow Gel Cream to Clear. This is so good. I hope you're not sick of me talking about how amazing this product is, because I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I feel like I've been searching for this product my whole life, and now it's here. It's real. It just fulfills my fluffy brow fantasies. I know a lot of you bought this and used my code, and I'm so thankful, and I really would love to know what you think. Please let me know. I put a little bit too much in that brow. Whoops. I'm just gonna use a clean spoolie from an eyebrow pencil. You can kind of get some of that through. I've had people say like, looks nice on camera, but your brows are stuck down. Like that's so weird. But like, it's what I want. It's who I am as an eyebrow. Is anyone fearing for my white dress? Because I am. I'm gonna leave the brows for now. I'm gonna let that go clear. I might leave my brows like this and not add anything else. We'll see how the eye looks. So Danessa Myricks sent me all of these Color Fix Cream Color Matte Liquid Pigment Lip Cheek Eye Color. They're like little paints. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. And I'm a little intimidated. I don't usually use products like this, but I'm gonna. This is the shade Celebration. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on the back of my hand. It looks like a beautiful kind of shimmery brown. And I'm just going to work that into the crease. Pulling it out into a bit of a wing. That was easier than I thought. That was the tiniest bit of product. I guess it probably would have been more difficult if I used too much. Actually, like way quicker than using an eyeshadow of the powder variety. Easier to blend. Very interesting. And then one of the products that I was most excited for in this package, this is the Waterproof Cream Palette. This is called the Vivid Palette. And again, I'm so intimidated by cream. I'm going to go into this orange. What's it called? Mango. Whoa. And I'm gonna bring that up into that Color Fix shade we used. And again, in the same shape, adding a little bit of a wing. And then using a clean brush, I'm gonna blend them together. I don't really understand how these are going to not crease, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll dry down really matte. Glorious. So much color payoff with not a lot of work. And then just with a bigger, fluffy, clean brush, I'm gonna really soften all those edges. So it is creasing a little bit. Like hardly though, I'm actually really surprised. But I am going to just pop some orange eyeshadow on top. The eyeshadow is sticking to it like crazy. All right, so if you want a really, really pigmented eyeshadow, a little Color Fix as a base. This is the orange shade from the Raw Beauty Kristi palette. I'm gonna go back into the light work palette. I think I'll use this one, Easy Breezy. And I'm gonna pop it in the middle, all the way up. I'm gonna grab some more of that orange powder, and I'm gonna put this in the lower lid as well. We're gonna do a red, like an orangey red lash. So for mascara, I'm using the ColourPop Left on Red, which is not quite the right red, but I don't think I have another red mascara. This is a little dry and crumbly. For lashes, I'm going to use the Likely Makeup Mercutio lashes. They're a really bold, warm red lash. I think they'll match pretty perfect. I need a new lash glue. Mine is all lumpy and gross. I'm gonna use this Makeup Obsession eye pencil to add orange to my waterline. And then I'll do some stuff on this eye. Time for some blush. First, I'm gonna use Sunstone from the Likely Makeup Fairy Blush palette. I really wanna make this blush a single. It's been highly requested and we're trying. We just don't have the money for it. It's really expensive. Hopefully soon-ish. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of Contortion from the Clown Blush palette. What should I do for a lip? It feels like I should probably keep it all one color. I think so. I'm gonna use this Haus Labs lip crayon. Oh, it's a bit more cool tone than I thought. This is the shade Mustard. I'm actually gonna go back into here and take that orange. Whoa. It's intense. I want it to be a little bit more diffused. So I'm just gonna tap it out with my finger. It actually feels so moisturizing and comfortable. We are red. There's just one more thing that I'm gonna add off camera and then I'll be right back. Now everything matches. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about these yet, but I'll just say that I've been waiting for them for a very long time. I'm very proud and I'm very happy, and when I'm allowed to, I'll leave a link below. I'm gonna add a little bit of an inner corner highlight with the Lightwork palette, and then with this bouncy brow palette from Annabelle, which I don't think is available anymore, and a little tiny brush. Gonna add a couple of freckles. I definitely had these nails in mind for this look. My inspiration, very red. I wonder if I should change into a red shirt. It might be too much. I haven't had nails on for so long. This feels so strange. All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.